Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mr. Life. So first time stopping by, you're definitely welcome. And if it's not your first time stopping by, thanks for always coming back. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the trending topic that's been going on in Nigeria, the end SARS protest that's been going on. SARS now SWAT. For people that do not know, because I know a couple of people who follow my channel and they're not Nigerians, so I'm going to tell you what's going on. SARS is an abbreviation for Special Anti-Robbery Squad, which was created in Nigeria to nab down robbers, like armed robbers, and basically people who do like online fraud and just reduce the growth of that section in Nigeria. That was their job initially. That was supposed to be their job. I don't know if it's the lack of not finding enough people in that section that is making them prey on innocent Nigerian citizens. As said, their goal is actually to find criminals and nab them unawares. So because of that, they're always caught wearing black. You do not know that they are law enforcement officers. They just show up in a van that has no name, no description whatsoever, and they just pick people up. Usually when police officers pick people up, you are allowed to call your family and let them know that, okay, this is where I'm at, this is who picks me up, and I'm at so station if you want to check up on me or bail me out, something like that. But this house do not even care who you are, where you're from. They just pick you up randomly, and then they expect you to empty your account to them. They just drive you to an ATM and ask you to withdraw all of your money in your account. Bear in mind, some people that do not even have any money, like I don't think anybody has like $1 million in their account, or what am I saying, $1 million in their account, or some huge sum of money, because you are targeting youths, people who are 40 years old and below, 35 and below. Most people are in their 20s. Where do you want someone in their 20s to find to get you 100k like this? Where do you want someone in their 20s to get you 200k, 300k like this? Some people actually have to rally around and find people to get that money for them, just so that they are free and they can leave this horrible situation. I do not even wish this on my worst enemy. I do not wish this on my worst enemy. Why do we have law enforcement agencies in Nigeria and you have to be scared of them? When I went to Nigeria in 2018, I was super scared of going out because I didn't want a situation whereby my parents could not find me, or my mom didn't know where I was, or if I was picked up by someone, what am I going to say? Some people think that it happens to just guys, but no, a lot of girls have testified to being harassed by these people. And this is something that's been going on for so long. The annoying part is that we have a president. Nigeria has a president, and you do not see, perceive, or hear of him anywhere. Like, this man just, I think he's just in his room. I don't think he stepped out of his room anyway. Like one girl said, Buhari has been a bad boy, and we're going to treat his fuck up.
I mean, just started though. We just said we will still tackle Buhari. He has been a bad boy. Yeah. He has been a bad boy.
Like, why are you a president of a country and you are nowhere to be found when things are pressing? When things are pressing like this, you have pressing issues. CNN has carried it, BBC has carried it, major news outlets have carried this news, and Buhari is the only person that's acting like he does not know anything about it. Okay, after being dragged for a couple of days and being accused of not speaking up, this so-called president comes up and then he carries a piece of paper. I need to carry the paper and imitate how we read it. This is the paper. My dear fellow Nigerians, why? My 6-year-old niece can read better than that. We do not need someone that is that sluggish. You know your capabilities. You know yourself. If you cannot do what the Nigerian people want from you, then resign. It's not by force. You cannot be old, grey, tired, weak, and still be on the throne and expecting people to respect you. All of a sudden, Whiskey put a tweet. I'm going to post it somewhere here. Whiskey put up a tweet saying that old man tried to fix what's going on in this country and all. And then somebody comes up and says, oh, Buhari is not your mate. You shouldn't be calling him an old man. First, if you respect the people will respect you. Respect is reciprocal. Respect has nothing to do with your age. Especially if you are a public service officer, you are working for the people. You are required to answer to the people. When Babatunde Raji Fashola was a president, maybe it should be our next president. When Babatunde Raji Fashola was the governor of Lagos State, people respected him. It wasn't because he was an elderly person. It was because he was respecting himself. He was doing the things that needed to be done ASAP. BRF, we used to call him BRF. Babatunde Raji Fashola, I don't know why I'm calling him Babatunde Raji Fashola. Fashola, yes. Fashola used to do everything. Like, he set up roads, he made roads, and he created a bus, BRT bus that was convenient for people. Even if it wasn't like 100% perfect, he did a lot of things to make Lagos State better. Hence, he earned his respect. He did not earn his respect by being an adult. Nigerians need to get this into their head. You cannot demand respect from people just because you're older than them. You cannot demand respect from people just because you're older than them. If you do what is right at the time that is right, people will respect you. Everybody's angry. Number one, if you don't have anything good to say, just shut up, okay? If you don't have anything nice to say, do not even say anything at all. Do not go up on social media, posting your fine pictures, and like let the situation die down before you start showing that you don't really have sense. Like, okay, for example, Ronke Raji went online and said she was posting something about mental health awareness. Agreed. Mental health awareness was on Monday. Was it on Monday or on Tuesday? And it's something that people celebrate. And if you follow that for a while, you know that she used to like advocate for mental health, and she does a lot of encouraging of people checking on their mental health, making sure that they're okay, checking on their friends, families. I know it's a good cause. It is a good cause. I'm not making excuses for her. It's a good cause, but you cannot sit on the throne and ignore a big issue and choose the part that favors you or the part that you like, and then expect people not to drag you. You have what? I don't know how many followers she has on Twitter, but I know that she has like, I think she has like maybe 200k followers on Instagram, and she had 200k followers on YouTube. And immediately she did all of that razzmatazz, and her husband came to defend her, and people were like, you people should go and unfollow her. My brothers and sisters, her followership dropped to 197k. Today when I checked, it was 196k. She even made a video to like maybe apologize and something. You do not come online to apologize when something went wrong. You were supporting Black Lives Matter. You were supporting Breonna Taylor when police killed and you were supporting a lot of American movements. You only post Nigeria when it's good. You post Nigeria when Tiwa Savage drops you. Koroba. You post Nigeria when Beyonce features Wizkid, and you're saying, hey, Beyonce features Yemi Alade. Hey, my people. How come your people are going through something and all of a sudden you do not care anymore? All of a sudden you're acting like, oh, I'm not online. No. At this time, everybody's trying to be a middleman. You cannot continue to make your country look like, oh, the perfect country, while things are going down, like things are burning. It's just like a woman who leaves a household. I don't want to say a woman because they will say that you're tagging women as what, but I'm going to use a woman for example. Just like you have a woman in a household, she has no husband and she has 4 kids. Those 4 kids are not living well, they're not feeding well, they're not doing anything well, they do not go to school, they have nothing going on for them. But every time the mother comes out, she's well glammed up. She goes to a makeup artist for a full glam. She's taking care of herself. Her nails are popping. She's going out, she's changing her clothes 2 times daily or 3 times daily. She's popping. That's exactly how influencers look when you do not support your own people. That's how you look when you do not support a cause that's going on for your own people. As great as America is, they were dragged online for weeks because you people did not do anything. If America is a country as big as they are, we're being dragged recently for not taking care of black people, for killing black people, for excusing policemen for doing dirty work, and for corruption, basically. Who is Nigeria not to be dragged? Who is Nigeria not to be dragged? The funniest thing is, Buhari does not have to do every single thing. You are a president, for God's sake. You don't have to. It's in America where you actually have to come out, address the people. If you cannot, I feel, yes, you are required to address the people, but Buhari is not really, it's not okay. Daddy Boo Boo, it's not okay. He needs to resign, basically. He needs to resign. Like, you know that you're not okay for this job and you're just forcing yourself. Why do you want to die there? Why do you want to die there? Even if somebody advises you that this thing, no, this is the best place to be and whatnot, like, you should be able to say, I don't have the strength for this thing. Let me just resign. Let the vice president take over. Even the vice president, we don't see anybody. Like, they're acting like they don't care and all. It's just sad, basically. And the annoying part is that they now changed them to SWAT. They said they've dissolved, they've disbanded SARS, and then they changed them to SWAT, which is the IGP said that they disbanded SARS the other day, and now they created SWAT. Special weapon and tactics. Why are they having weapons with them, and what tactics are they having to be able to do what in particular? I think these are things that we should be talking about. Shout out to everybody who's protesting out there, to everybody, every single person who's protesting. I see you. I'm proud of this movement. I've never been more proud to be a part of this generation, and I see it as something worth emulating, because I grew up in Nigeria. I spent 19 years of my life in Nigeria, and in those 19 years of my life, I've never heard anybody protesting for anything. We are used to accepting things the way they are. If something falls in front of me now, I'm just going to be like, hey, it's God that did it. And something else happens, you know that this thing is wrong, this thing does not sit well with you, you're not happy doing it, and you still say, God has a reason for everything. And I am happy that our generation is charging forth and saying, no, we do not want this. This does not sit well with us. This does not sit well with us. We will not accept it, and it's not going to go on. SARS has been killing people for so long for no reason. They'll tell you to your face that I'll just shoot you now if you keep resisting. For example, if they see you with your phone and they ask you to open your phone, and then you say, oh, and there's nothing on my phone, why should I open my phone? Like, once you start charging them, they all of a sudden start getting triggered, and then they're telling you that if you don't behave, if you don't cooperate, they're going to kill you right now. And the truth is that if you don't cooperate, they're going to kill you, and nothing is going to happen, which is so sad. These are human beings. These are some people's children. Some people waited 9-10 years to have a child, and all of a sudden, imagine you having a child and then somebody just taking their child's life because they refuse to open their phone, or they refuse to stop when you ask them to stop. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. We can understand when white people do not like black people because they feel some sort of superiority or power over black people, even though it does not make any sense. But I think it's what society has always gone with. Everybody has raised the bar of white people, like, oh, white people, oh, that is perfect mini gods who should have no problem and they should be able to kill whoever they like. So I can understand why black people have issues against black people. Like, it's something about oppression. Nigerians are so form of oppressing one another. You are not happy when it's not about SARS anymore. Honestly, it's not about SARS anymore. A regular black person is not happy that their neighbor just got a new car. Your neighbor got a new car because she's a single lady, unmarried, has no child, and her parents are not rich. You're automatically looking at her like, she's doing runs, she's a prostitute, she got a car from a man. Oh, there's no way she's able to afford that. That is where it starts from. Your mentality needs to change. You need to purge your mind off of these things. You need to tell yourself that, okay, it is okay for young people to have money. I know a couple of people who make livings online. There are no jobs in Nigeria to start with. You go to school for 5, 6, 7, 8 plus ASU years, and you come out, you do not get a job. What do you expect people to do? They start sourcing for online ways to make money. And when they do make money online, you start to harass them. I know a lot of people who sit at home and they make their money from their phone. They make their money from their laptops because there's a market out there for you. You just have to have talent. You just have to know what you want to do. Some people just write. I know a 16-year-old girl who lives in America and she writes for people and she makes her money off online. So imagine that kind of girl buys a laptop now and then you are harassing her like, how did she get the money? Well, it's your business. That's our parents' problem to worry about, not yours. That's our parents' problem to worry about. You have to stop looking at people and start assessing them and start expecting, oh, you shouldn't be making more than this. You shouldn't be. Like, Nigerians are so deep into poverty that when somebody starts to success in a family, it becomes a problem for them. Face your own now. Mind the business that pays you. Mind the business that pays you. Another thing is people who live in the diaspora and they automatically assume that this is none of their business. They do not really need to campaign about it because they're not living in Nigeria. Hey, you sweetheart, you're going to go back to Nigeria one day. And you know that time when you're going to be doing, hey, dirty December, it could be you. I've read stories where people go to Nigeria for 2 weeks and they're killed before they come back. I've read stories of people who go to Nigeria for a month and they're arrested by SARS and they're made to cough out every single dollar that they have just because these people have arrested them. So why do you think you're special? And let's not forget people who live abroad and they have started planning how they're going to take their children to Nigeria every summer for 3 months so that they can go and learn the culture. So when you go to Nigeria that time and you take your children to learn this culture and SARS stops your children, what are you going to do then? Especially when you're not there. What are you going to do? That's why this fight is taking place now. That is why people are lending their voice, pushing this forward, making sure that, okay, this is what is going on and we're going to spread the word. I was talking to a friend recently and we're just having a conversation about everything. And at the end of the conversation, I was like, well, that's their problem. And I'm like, that's their problem. This is somebody that's already planning to go to Nigeria. That's their problem until they pull you over. That's their problem until they stop you. That's their problem until they start asking you, oh, where are you coming from? They do not want to hear that you're coming from abroad. It's enough that you already have iPhone. It's enough that you're dressed fancy or you are driving a fancy car or you have a very nice phone. They now hear that you're coming from abroad. Hey, you will cover out everything that you have with you. A better Nigeria for one of us is a better Nigeria for every one of us. And Aisha Yusufu, oh my God, bless that woman. She's a sweetheart. She's such a darling. Like, the confidence that woman has. Oh my gosh. She made a statement saying that no Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. And I feel like that is the way it should always be. Why should Buhari's children be able to receive the best healthcare system? Why should they be able to travel abroad, go to school, do the best things, have the finest of things in Nigeria, and people who are commoners like me, maybe not me, who are commoners, yes, I'm still a commoner, because when I go back to Nigeria, I'm still like you, my accent is just like yours, and there's nothing different from me and you. So why should a commoner like me have less privilege than Buhari's children? Why should I be treated less than somebody else just because I do not have money, just because I do not know anybody? It's bad enough that people are frustrated. People are really, really frustrated. So this time is enough time for you to think things through before you say them, and do not go online and start blabbing. It's okay to be stupid. It's okay to be foolish. At least if you don't say anything, nobody's going to know. That's what I'm going to say. If you are stupid, imagine that I'm stupid now. I have nothing to say and I keep quiet. People will just assume that, this girl, she's so smart, she doesn't speak. But when you open your mouth like this, you're saying rubbish. You are speaking the rubbish, you're speaking the nonsense. So I just want to say to everyone out there, do not assume that because you are in the diaspora, you have it better or your life is just perfect, and you do not need to push this forward. You do not need to encourage the spread of this word. End SARS now, end SWAT as well. We do not need any one of these things. We are already battling with enough police brutality and all. If you made this far, subscribe to my channel. Do it down here. Now let's continue. When I was a teenager in Nigeria, my brother used to go to this computer school. I'm sure you will remember. And every time he was going, he had to take his laptop with him. He wouldn't have gotten to the junction of our house, not junction, but like, let's say 2 junctions are far, like Fagba. He wouldn't have gotten to 2 junctions are far, and he would just call and say, police arrested me. Almost every single day. And that was way back in what? Maybe 2005. And things were not even yet bubbling then. You know? And this thing has been going on for so long. It's been trickling down for so long, and they do not address things. And when you do not address things, what happens? People are piling up so many things. I feel like these protests, even when people are angry, is an accumulation of so many things that people have wanted to say. People are not even complaining about light, water, road, electricity, security. You're not complaining about these things. We're only complaining about living. We just want to live. Like, it's so devastating to go online and see people being shot on a daily for no reason. Even if somebody is into Yahoo Yahoo, is death penalty the sentence? It is not. In America, people kill each other and they do not even get sentenced. I was watching a video on Netflix of a man who killed his wife and 2 children. He wasn't even sentenced to death. So why is that in Nigeria? You do not know anything. You're just standing there, put your hands in your pockets, and you are being gunned down. Every policeman should be accountable for every gunshot that goes off from their gun. They should be accountable for every bullet that goes off from their gun. Human beings are not animals. Even animals in America, if you kill one animal in America, you're going to jail. They value the lives of their animals just as much as they value lives of human beings. Maybe not exactly, but come on. And it starts from you, okay? When this is over, do not go out there and start eyeing somebody else and start downplaying someone else's success and start imagining that somebody having a success story at such a young age is a crime or is a problem. You have to fix that mentality of yours. You have to flush it down the memory. Like, you have to flush it. And it's not just about Nigerians. A lot of Africans who live in America as well, they look at you and they see you maybe flaunting wealth or flying a private thing, like, Yahoo boy, sugar daddy, or something. Like, some people make honest livings, okay? There's no doubt that some people do not make honest livings. And you cannot tell me that every single person is... For example, I drive a car. If I was driving a car in Nigeria, they would say that it's a boy that bought it for me, or my father is rich, that's why I'm driving a car. In America, you drive a car for survival. So if I was driving a car in Nigeria, I would be stopped by SARS every single day, and they would tell me that, husband buy her the car, now one sugar daddy way she follow, now him buy her the car. Or, like, ridiculous. So ridiculous. I buy my car with my money because I need it for transportation. You know, they do not think about the reason why you have this thing. I have a phone because I need an updated software. I have an iPhone because I can afford it. I do not need to explain these things. They're like, oh, how did you get this? Where did you get this from? How are you able to afford this? It's not your business. It is not your business. And you going on Instagram to go online and start asking people, like, keep your comments to yourself. But sometimes when I look at some things and my comments to those things are not reasonable, I know in my mind that comment is not reasonable. I'm not going to type it and make my generation look foolish for it. No. I'm going to talk about it to myself. I'll probably tell my sister, and then it's going to die there. Keep your stupidity to yourself, okay? Nobody wants to hear anything of it. If you have nothing to say, keep quiet. If you're in the diaspora, you have free data, you have free internet, you have Wi-Fi. This is your time to spread the word. Encourage these people who are protesting. They're putting their lives out there for us. Because when you go and do Dirty December now, nobody will be there to stop you. Okay? Having dreadlocks is not a crime. Having tats is not a crime. Having iPhone is not a crime. Having a phone is not a crime. Having a car is not a crime. Having the finest things of life is not a crime. Having a laptop is not a crime. Genevieve Naji made a tweet saying that her niece, who was 13 years old, was harassed for having a laptop on her. Like, I was watching Sam Sultan on Insta Live, and it was saying how policemen would stop him because his cars are usually plated with his name, Sam Sultan. And policemen would just stop him and say, oh, you're driving your father's car, calm down, because he looks young and he doesn't really look like an old person, even though he's already in his 40s. But people just assume that, oh, this small boy, calm down. You're like, they harass everybody and anybody. And what is the point? Just to make more money. Yes, you're not being paid well. Yes, you're not feeling well, but you do not need to take your frustration out on other people. Imagine if doctors go to hospitals in Nigeria and they say, I'm not being paid well. Let me give you injection in your brain. I'm not being paid well. Let me give you... Do you know how many people are going to die from just doing that? It has to stop. I feel like I've said enough and I should have enlightened you in a tiny mini bit or a lot about what's going on in Nigeria. And please lend your voice. Please share on all social media platforms. Everybody needs to know what's going on. And if you know anybody that knows anybody that is in the force, police, SARS, whatever it is, tell them to please tamper justice with mercy. Think about things before doing them. Like, don't just cock your gun. Gugum. You're hungry. Gugum. You talk to me like that. Gugum. You do this. Gugum. Oh, need there now, my dear. Oh, need necessary. If you made it this far, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to spread the word and let everybody know what's going on out there in Nigeria. I hope a better Nigeria comes in our lifetime. I really do hope that a better Nigeria comes in our lifetime. I hope we're one of those generations who are fortunate enough to experience a Nigeria of accountability, of honesty, and of human interaction, where nobody looks down on anybody based on what you wear, what you look like, how much you have, or your status in the society. I really hope that our generation does the change that we really want. It's time for us to take charge and do something amazing for ourselves. A good Nigeria for one of us is a good Nigeria for all of us. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, all of that good stuff. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.